Hello my sweeties and welcome back to my channel. In today's video we're going to be talking about the latest TV show, The Stranger. Let's get into the video. The Stranger follows Claire, a cab driver, as she is thrown into her worst nightmare when she picks up a very strange passenger. Claire is played by Maika Monroe, and then we have our passenger who is played by Dane DeHaan. I am sure you guys are familiar with these names as I am. I am a huge Maika Monroe fan. I'm also a huge Dane DeHaan fan because The Stranger was written and directed by Veena Sood. Here are my thoughts, you guys. Though I do really like Maika Monroe, and she was amazing in this show, there was something that lacked for me in this show, and it really had nothing to do with performances. Claire, who is played by Maika Monroe, I think actually it's pretty funny that I just did a video for Spree, which was a movie about a spree driver who starred Joe Keery, as you guys know. And this TV show is also about a cab driver, and Maika Monroe is actually Joe Keery's girlfriend in real life. So I think it's just like a funny little fact that they both technically worked on like the same thing. Unfortunately, the way this was written, there's not too much that we know about really any of these characters. So in terms of the performance that Maika gave, I'm going to say she did a solid job. She's always so intense. She knows what she's doing. She's like well trained. Her emotions and the way that she uses her body to really get into the character. She looked so broken. She looked terrified. She looked disheveled. Like, her performance is what gives you anxiety in this show. And I'll say that just because I feel like the writing in this show lacks a little bit. I don't know if it's because the format that QB uses, each episode is about 8 or 9 minutes long. I don't know if that really had too much of an effect, but I think that the writing at points was a bit silly, and I think that Maika really knew how to be authentic while playing this character, even though sometimes she did say things, or the characters around her said things that kind of was just like, all in all, I really enjoyed her. I think that Dane DeHaan also did a great job at being our stalker / passenger. I feel like he gets a bit typecast. I do hope that we get to see him in something else that maybe isn't horror related. If there is anything you guys recommend with him in it that I should watch, definitely let me know down below. Dane did a great job. I mean, he is somebody that in the show, I think the character had a lot of questionable lines. It was just a little strange. And though, like, obviously he is a sociopath and he is crazy, some of the lines were a bit weird. I know he's supposed to be like a creep also, so a lot of the times, like, when they're talking on the phone, he has to say a lot of these weird lines. It's kind of, I don't know, it's a bit cheesy. I don't want to spoil anything. I do want you guys to watch the show. So, in terms of the performance from Avan Jogia, he was really great. He had great comedic timing. I also think that the writing for his character was a bit odd to some of his lines, but for the most part I think he really did understand his character and he gave a solid performance. I think he worked really well with Maika. I think they had really great chemistry. Let's get into things that I liked. I did, of course, love the dog. The whole time I was just really concerned for the dog because you guys know how this thing goes. You see a dog, they're gonna kill the dog. Also, if you're dealing with a psychopath, usually they kill the dog. Thank you for not killing the dog. So I can safely tell you guys, no dogs were killed in this production. I did really like the music that they used, especially in the last episode when Dane DeHaan is driving and it's that final moment where he thinks like he got her. I love the song that was playing. It was just perfect, and he was like singing along to it like typical psychotic shit, and I love it. Another thing that I liked was a lot of the shots. I also liked the way that this TV show was colored. It was very blue, it was very cold, and I really liked that. It definitely added to the intensity. Unfortunately, some things I didn't like was just that I think it's tough to say, but I think that unfortunately it wasn't as intense as it should have been. And I think that that is with the writing. In terms of the direction, I think that Veena Sud did a great job. She really did direct Maika well. And like I said, and I'll keep saying 1,000 times, Maika just knows what she's doing. She's so good. She's so comfortable. You guys, when I told you guys that I had a crush on Joe Keery, y'all don't even know. I also have a crush on his girlfriend. So we could put those two together. So, was this show effective? I'm going to say I don't think that this show was as effective as it could have been. There could have been more. This show left a lot to be desired. I think that the end was good, but it was also a bit cheesy, though you want to be happy for the character at the end, and you kind of just want to be like, yes, like that's what I wanted. It kind of just leaves you feeling like, that's it? I didn't love that. I kind of wanted a bit more fight. We don't really get enough. A lot of the time, they're talking over the phone, so there's not a lot of face-to-face interaction between them. And I think that was kind of part of the problem. A lot of the information is like relayed in dialogue as opposed to being shown to us. If it was shown to us, it would have been more effective. I think I would have felt something more. I would have had more anxiety. I would have felt the tension. And unfortunately, even though Maika does this amazing job, it still wasn't enough for me to fully feel nervous. There's just something that lacked there. So, I'm going to give The Stranger 3 Levs out of 5. It definitely is good. It's entertaining. I wouldn't reach for this. I wouldn't watch it again. I don't think I would recommend this, unfortunately, with a stalker movie or TV show. You want to feel like the stalker is always there. You want to feel like the character. I didn't get that here. So let me know what you guys thought below. That's all for today's video. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.